Necro Yang. I don't know how much volume is the right amount. I looked at it last time and it was kind of quiet. Wow. Wake up fucking back jab. That's not a common one. I think that was back jab. You don't... I don't think about that normal. Whoa, very nice. Back strong delayed cancel. What a fucking parry sequence. I love it. The juggle was cool too. Low parry, high parry is very common versus low forward one rekka. So sequence Yang likes a lot. You can just low parry the low forward by itself and go straight into a punish, but you often get something better, or more consistent at least, if you do a high parry too, in the event of an EX rekka or super, or just if you want, like, sometimes if you parry a low forward, you're not point blank. Whereas if you do low forward parry into high parry, you'll catch the rekka and then be point blank. The downside is if they don't do a rekka, you know, you look like a fool. You did a low parry for no reason. Wow. Front start elbow. Bit bold. He used light chop as a poke. You can do that, it's not horrible. It's not as good as it is in SF5. It looked like Necro tried to dash you, Alex, there. That probably works. What a wake up. That was really nice. Throw what it is, eat. This is still Necro's like 9 times out of 10 though. That was... He got... I am. What's up? I think he got parried out of back strong and canceled to the overhead where he jumps and then got hit out of the air. If I saw that right. Very smart. It's 2 PM here. A very ordinary hour for me. I would be at college today, but college was actually canceled due to a heat wave knocking out some kind of systems over there. And they just closed down the whole campus for the day. Wow, that jump figures just beat the low strong. I've always been an FGC professor. What changed? Huh. It like missed him. No super. It's very nice back strong. You can confirm it. Alex has a hard time punishing this. That was reversal timing and it still didn't work. I was about to say something like that. I was going to be like, his best hope of a punish is EX Sash elbow, and I don't know if that works. And we got fucking live footage of it not working. Perfectly timed. +1. Very nice. Slow short super. Ah, scary. Alex could have hit an air button that would have hit there. I don't know if he was too early, picked the wrong button or what. Okay. Sad. That didn't combo. I swear that shit never ever combos. Oh, I love it. Cool juggle. I'm sure they had that juggle in mind when they designed this character. Now is he good? Is he one of them players with the nest? What a combo. Whoa, whoa, was that on purpose? He did it deliberately looking. Yeah, very nice. He could have done upper into super. It would have made it a lot safer on parry. But he just YOLO'd that uppercut and it worked and it dizzied and he saved the meter. Oh, was that a failed super? Hi. Oh, that was a failed super for sure. Pikachu Akuma, I've played myself, he's very strong. That hit Alex airborne. Going in straight into super was a good decision. If he went to like EX machine gun blow or something, he would have got smushed. Wow. That's pretty balls out. I guess he still had the super cancel waiting in the wings too. Probably no one's gonna parry there. Looks like a point blank slipping jab and then a close short. Well, just short. Dudley has no proximity normals. Dudley, I don't know if Dudley can punish that. Maybe with SA2 he can. Dudley's not very good at that kind of thing. If he's point blank, he can punish anything. But if he's far away, it becomes really difficult. Wow. That could have been super on landing. We got that kind of high connect jump front house. Very nice. Very good confirm that Necro uses a lot. That's another one he uses a lot. Whew. Whoa, beautiful. Dizzy. Heavy hook kills easy. Probably just electricity. He dropped it! Ugh. Whoa, on the way up jump strong. That's technically an instant overhead. It's like a worse version of Dhalsim jump jab from SF5. Stronger anyway. Whoa, he had super link after the back roundhouse and he didn't get it. Back roundhouse is a normal you don't see very often. That dizzy bar is looking like a threat, but Necro's dying too. Oh, he went for the red parry and dropped it. Oof. That red parry is good to go for. I'm sure he has like red parry ducking super or something like that. But in that particular instance, he got hit by he got dizzy by the last hit. Wow, I got imitated by chat. No, it's just character dependent. It depends on how far away you are from Necro and how good your punishing power at mid-range is. But generally speaking, it's quite difficult. Like I think Oro can punish it with like an EX uppercut at most ranges. But if I'm out of range for EX uppercut, I probably don't have a punish at all. It's rare that you block it absolutely point blank. It's quite safe though. It's only like minus like 8 or 9 or something. Oof, he got 2. Alex is one of the characters where you can land a bunch of those. He only needed 2. That combo does a fucking obscene damage. Maybe you can actually land a bunch of them in a row. Up to 6. Oh, he wanted that to hit on the ground. Minus 11, that was kind of close. I've looked up that number before, I just didn't remember it. There we go. He did the low jab. I think that makes it more consistent. I think it lowers the damage though. But you can just do background straight into super. Yeah, Necro's very, very scary when he corners you. He went for back roundhouse struggle? I forget what that's for. Might leave you closer than down back fierce. Almost always you see Necro struggle into down back fierce. Good, good. Very awkward placement on everything. Oh, with the DDT. Spiral DDT, the very strong candidate for the worst special move in the game. It's gotta be that one. Hazanshu. Maybe Necro's overhead where he doesn't jump. Okay. Hazanshu has niche uses, I shouldn't badmouth it. It's not useless. That was a very nice punish. Parry from mid-range, staying strong super. Oh, he missed it. No late cancel. Ooh, double back fierce because he timed the dash under. And he just got thrown in the corner anyway. Dizzy. This should probably kill. Didn't quite. Oh, it's gonna hit midair. No, it hit on the ground. Oh. Okay. Oh my god, he won. This kills, right? Oh my god. How the fuck did he steal that back? Good. I mean, Alex really does just have to be right. You know what I mean? I badmouth this character a decent amount. Oh, oh, oh! And the 3-hit juggle into super. Why the fuck did he even do that? Waste of a bar. He already won. It was just styling. Alex is one of the characters you can actually get with all 3 hits there. It's only a very small number of the cast. It's because Alex gets really close to the ground before hitting it. It's like the same reason you can juggle Alex with lows in the corner. Well, just in general, you can juggle into lows against Alex. Good jump, I guess. Jumping out of command grab is not so common in this matchup. Usually, just kind of you hold it. You jump out of command grabs versus Hugo or Makoto. Alex, you just don't care. Okay. Another one? Nope. He went for some kind of juggle. It was just mistimed. Well, red parry into parry. That was really nice. He needed that to live, and then he did it, and then he lived. I think you can parry Necro super either way. He did 2 low parries, but I don't think it matters. And then he got a super that was... Necro had to parry that. Alex's super is quite fast. There was no like jumping out of the way or anything. Yeah, this Alex is earning it, for sure. Oh, 3 back dashes into full screen super. That super is a projectile. That red parry is not super difficult, but it was a very clutch moment that we just saw. Not only to get the parry, but the punish too. Oh, yes. Neutral jump shimmy. I think that half circle forward kick, the low grab that Necro has, the hit grab. I think that cannot hit you if you hold up. Even though it's a hit grab. In other fighting games, in like Street Fighter 4 or 5, you can't jump out of hit grabs, but in Street Fighter 3 I think you can for all of them. I think you can just hop out of Raida. You can definitely hop out of Oro's hit grab. They won't hit if you're just holding up. That looks like the same way. Oof. He spent the bar. Nice. High connect into land super. Very strong tactic in this game. I don't have to worry about things like that because Zoro doesn't have a super like that. I said I don't have to worry, but it'd be more accurate to say I don't get to worry. Because it'd be nice if I had something like that. Ooh, dash in. Like, heavy chomp. What kind of fucking YOLO-ass read is this? He did it again. Heavy chomp isn't really rewarding enough to justify how fucking hard it is to land. That one looked like stand strong at the medium chop, which you never see. It really is almost exclusively landed post-parry. I mean post-dizzy. The fact that you can land it post-parry is the only other time it's remotely useful. Oh, he tried to chip out. Okay. Probably a little bit bold by the Necro there. A little bit disrespectful. But, you know. Oh! Okay. He grabbed him out of the, Bro! This Alex! Hold up! If that was just a one-off, I'd be like, oh, he got Alex. But that's like the fucking 4th time he got Alex in like 2 seconds. This is the most clutch Alex ever. It's not invincible, it's just... Well, yeah, it's invincible once it hits. And, he hits Necro before Necro hit him. Simple as. Necro's not invincible for that super at all, to the best that I can tell. I've hit him out of it loads of times. It just usually trades. But Alex picked a meaty that doesn't trade. Wow. Like I could do the same thing with O's hit grab. Meaty wake up super. Hello. Stand short. That button's not very good. Most of Alex's buttons aren't that great. Okay. The triple. That was a little greedy. 2 was good. 3rd one was maybe too much. Ibuki's got that +7 on block jab or whatever it is. Very obnoxious. Hard for Alex to deal with. Because he cannot duck it. No, you can block it low. You wouldn't. You take more chip damage when you're crouch blocking compared to when you're stand blocking. So there's no reason to block it low ever. Okay. Wow. Got parries and just walked in. Oh, the confirm. He didn't even need that. It's rare. It's a rare pleasure to see a really nice Alex player. I'm so sorry for your loss. Wow, anti-air chomp. Oh, rare footage of medium chop hitting. And he got the back turn and he didn't fucking combo anything. Coolest combos in the game? Probably Urien. If you want my honest answer. I mean, I'm very partial to Oro combos. Oh, the hits were so far apart.
Prepare to strike now.
I'm gonna wake up parry throw. I saw that. I see you. You could have canceled that. Oh, that's just a punish. Medium and heavy are just punishable. Remy does have really cool combos. It's rare you kind of see them though. Every now and then you see a match where Remy lands like, you know, low strong, light fireball, and then like staying short super or low short super or something like that. It's quite rare, but it's really cool. Oof, this is an Alex round. This can just happen against Alex, even if you're a good player. If you just eat like a few attacks in a row by Alex, you're just like... Okay. You're missing a whole bunch of health and like you got a whole bunch of dizzy. That was a really, really horrible knee shot thing. Dizzy? Yep. Did he want that? I don't think he did. I think he wanted to dash into half circle forward punch. half circle forward heavy punch. But he just got staying fierce, and thankfully with the taunt it was strong enough. Ah, confirm sucked. What a punish, very optimal. Started optimal. He picked the right series of moves. Missed the timing. Gah, is that deliberately mistimed? Really awkward. Should hit. Oh. 2 supers. Back throw. Oh. No! No, no, no! No, that's a real grab. He got hit by the fucking snatch at the end. It was a bit tricky, because that's not a scenario you're normally in. He definitely got confused. Normally you block the first hit, then you hold up forward. But that time he blocked this. He parried the first hit and blocked the second hit, so it's just not. It was not the timing he was expecting. If he jumped there, it might not have been good. Yo, this is cool characters. Alex, Necro, and Q, and Ibuki. We lucked out with this one. We got all the cool guys. You get a juggle here on Q. I think he had a juggle there on everyone actually, but Q's are a little bit more freeform. Oof, that looks good. Very nice. Anti-air, SA2. I still like the Kens. And the Yuns. Yun and Chun-Li are definitely my 2 least favorite characters to watch. It depends on how they're played though, and I still enjoy it. Ken is alright. Characters like this are really fun though. Okay. You can just mash that electricity, and the whole time you're mashing electricity you can mash super as well, which is what we just saw there. So if the opponent walks into your electricity on accident trying to punish it, they eat a super. The thing is, it's really hard to have an electricity be blocked midway through it. So there's no real risk to mashing super like that. Heavy slaps. Oh, this is it. This kills. What a parry. Whiff universal overhead, high parry. I pulled that stunt myself. There's again. Found one. Tear jab. Double DP. It's a free one. It's always free. That comboed. That's not free. From the height he got jump around us at. It's not too hard, I think. I think Ken the sweep might be faster than Ken the forward. Looks good. He gets a juggle and then a taunt, or maybe 2. He went for 2. He's fucked it up. Fire Fierce is not something you would ever do there. I think he didn't have EX yet for the dash punch. I wasn't looking though. But he just landed the super, so. Ugh! EX slaps would have been nice there, but saving it is also nice. He ended up better off by not doing slaps. Okay, forward dash. You can rock confirm a dash punch into super, so once Q has super, his dash punches are very deadly. Double it, and then taunt. Oh, he went for the taunt into attack. Sean is almost unseen in this game. I think we've run into Acho Sean before, but it's very rare. There's not even a reason to play Sean. He's not an interesting character. There's just the novelty that he exists. Can you not dash punch that? Should have sweep really safe against dash punch. He had super there. It was a balls out play though, because Ken could have parried it. Yeah, you can see Necro, I mean not Necro, you can see Q's neck here and there, and it is indeed skin tone. A little bit tan. Got darker skin color than most characters. There's a fan theory that he's the black man that appears in his own ending. Because they dress the same. It's like a black guy with a white shirt and a red tie who works for the government. Who's like part of the team that's investigating who Q is. I traded. When that trades, it only gets one fireball. It's actually 3 little fireballs he shoots across the ground. Anyway, now that guy is probably not Q, now that we know who the fuck G is. Now there's going to be some weird connection between G and Q. Probably. Ugh, he just ate it. I eat it every now and then. Dropped it. That looked point blank when he landed it, but then when he went for the juggle, it didn't look point blank anymore. If it is point blank, you get 2. Most fun matchup to watch. Probably. Ooh, very nice catch. Probably Necro versus Urien, Necro versus Aura, or Aura versus Urien. Any pair of those 3 characters. Ooh. Usually quite a gamer match. This Hugo's nice too. Wonder if it's the same as the Alex player. I just say that because of the black and white. So who is G? We don't know. He appeared suddenly and started talking about how he's represents the Earth itself and that everyone should follow him. And he apparently very massively, very rapidly amassed a cult following. Ooh, I can't believe that was in range. That's bullshit. When you eat a fucking stand strong from Hugo and then he snatches you immediately. Ugh. Whiffed sweep into sweep. Curse, curse. This is cursed Ken play. Alright, that was heavy. You can react and just do, yeah, big punish. Still really hard to win. Oh, never mind. Why that? Why there? Why then? Why did he just do reversal timing SPD? What was... I imagine it was the block. It was the parry into the block. Into the trying for clap. Somehow gave him a 360. Because you have to do a heavy clap very early. After blocking a DP. Somehow he just got an SPD motion. Whoa! He stored the fucking... Stored the 720 in the low short. You see that shit? When you do the 720 motion, it holds it for a little while. Not super long, but long enough. He just walked forward and then he did it. Oh, that move is so obnoxious versus Hugo. If he did shoot down backbreaker, it would have whiffed too. Probably he would have got hit. REX Tatsu is really fucking strong in this matchup. Apart from that, it's not too bad. It's probably, I mean, it's in Ken's favor, but it's not crazy. It's probably 6-4. Okay. Oh, he was too early. It's very precise to do that. He actually changed parry directions, I'm pretty sure. I'm using awareness. The things Hugo has to worry about. What a fucking sequence. The first hit of the super whiffed and it's still comboed. Okay, SPD. He reacted to the fact that it was light VP. What? That's berry balls out. That rarely works in my experience. If you anti-air parry, usually if you do the shoot down backbreaker, it's too slow to still catch. Regular Tatsu. That's still a move. You can still do that. I haven't seen it in a while. Usually it's used as a kind of shitty air to air. Again, with the low fierce super. You just do the low fierce and it's never going to be blocked, so you don't have to be afraid about the super cancel. You can just super cancel every time. Too early. Okay, that was perfect. Punish. Okay, I'll parry EXTP. It's a 720 from winning. It's very doable. Ken's probably gonna avoid it like the plague. Yeah. He was never next to Hugo. Okay. Alex versus Ken is similarly kind of bad, but not super bad. This one might be encroaching 7-3 territory. It's probably like 6.5 in Ken's favor. Ooh, very nice. Maybe it's just 6-4. It's definitely good for Ken. Ken usually doesn't maul anyone. He's just very solid. Like, Ken's got lots and lots of 6-4s. Like, a lot. He's probably got a 6-4 on almost everyone in the cast. But I don't even know who would be considered a 7-3. Like, even versus Sean, it's probably like a 6-4.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Okay. Very nice. He probably could have landed and then punish on the ground. Getting the air hit led to just a air to air. Nice poking. I'm sure if you look at any guide online, and Alex might be plus there. I don't remember. That one's a kind of weird scenario on hit EX Tatsu. If you look at any guide online for Alex, I'm sure one of the first things they would mention is staying forward as a Shoto low forward counter poke. It's very range dependent, but it does work. Stand forward is the closest thing you could really say to a good poke on Alex, and it is a fairly decent poke. Alex can play a poke war. Maybe not in this matchup so much. Between the overhead command grab, etc., car throw, Alex's up close mix-up is quite decent. And then apart from that, he's got some iffy pokes. They're decent pokes. Shouldn't call them iffy. They're alright. Oh, baby. GG.
Are you ready?
7-3s, that many? Maybe I'm underrating Ken a bit. I mean, he's like the third best character in the game. The thing is, like, usually I reserve 7-3s for when, like, there's a specific, like, counterpick tool. And apart from Air EX Tatsu against tall characters, usually Ken just has high damage and is generally strong. But he's so generally strong that maybe he can sneak his way to 7-3s. And that's not infinite. You get up to 6 of them. After that, the juggle hit stun scaling kicks in, and you don't have enough time. It only loops on a few characters. One of them is Alex. And it works on like 3 characters, I think, or 2. I think Hugo. Definitely Alex, definitely Urien. Alex has some really weird juggles you rarely see. Low tier characters have good matchups against high tiers. Not really. There are people who swear that Hugo has a decent matchup against Yun, but it's more like a 5-5 and less like a winning matchup. It's usually when a low tier has a good matchup against the high tier, it's like even. Necro versus Urien are like, I don't know. That's a fine matchup. It's probably pretty even. But Urien's on like the ass end of high tier, and Necro's on the top end of low tier. I'm not so far apart.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Necro's tools do work rather nicely against Urien though. Very nice juggle. Another super? Another super? Oh, wait, he's down around. Another super was a horrible idea. 2D sprites look great. Always. They don't age. Towards Fierce is a poke. It's not a very good button in this game. SF3 would have you thinking that Towards Fierce is like an incredible normal in this game, but it's actually one of Alex's worst normals. It's not useless though. Oh, we went for the double here. That looked kind of good. Oh, and then he... okay. Okay. Back Fierce. Of course you're going to wake up parrying. At that low of HP. Akuma, this matchup is considered shitty, I think. I think Alex really gets fucked over here. This is like a 7-3, I'm pretty sure. That being said, Akuma melts. If Alex gets a few good hits in, it can be horrible. Like that. That would be an example of a few good hits. But Akuma is like solidly good in neutral here. Okay. Alex is making it look kind of free. Made it look like it wasn't even anything. Take it back. Clearly it's a good matchup for Alex. Ish, yes. Akuma zoning does work here. But it's not even that he has to zone. He can just do pressure and Alex has a hard time dealing with it. Alex doesn't have a great answer for like demon flip shenanigans. He doesn't have a great answer for air teleport or air tatsu or ground tatsu. No. Akuma loses almost nothing by not having EX moves. It's not even, it almost doesn't matter at all. Most of his moves are good enough that they're like borderline EX for the meterless versions. Like he has a multi-hit fireball by merited the fucking red fireball. He's got launching on his fucking light tatsu. You've got invincibility on meterless DP. The fact that they're not EX is basically just saving you having to use meter. It's towards strong to dodge the throw. Oh yeah, teleport's really strong in this matchup. That being said, Alex can super a teleport if he's close. So you do have to be kind of, you know, you have to be aware of that. Roundhouse. That looked more like what I would expect from that matchup. Akuma's not very common. Quite a cool character. Common at low level play. High level play, usually people who would be Akuma players are just playing him. Yes. You need 2 full super bars to land Raging Demon. And you can do it for any of Akuma supers. He always has access to it. Additionally, all of Akuma supers are the same length. So the Raging Demon has the same price regardless of which super you pick. He also has KKZ with the same restrictions. Cost 2 full super bars. So no matter what super you pick, Akuma has access to 3 supers. Additionally, if you pick SA1 or SA3, you have air supers, so, you know, maybe 4. Nice confirm. That fell out. Not a nice confirm. 61 months is so long that I really should just play Escape. I played The Missing Link the other day. It's my first time playing it. Unfortunately, I didn't stream it. I was doing it in a Discord call instead. It was a good game. It was much shorter than I thought. I don't know how long I expected it to be. It's only 1 dungeon, but it was very fucking high quality. Missing Link is an OOT ROM hack, but it has so much stuff from Majora's Mask that it might as well be a Majora's Mask ROM hack. Ugh. I thought about streaming that, and then I was like, yeah, let's do some Third Strike. Oof. Oh, I forgot he could do that. God, that's so annoying. Already, if you parry an air Tatsu, you often don't get a punish. But then he could fuck up your parry with a fucking air super. Sod's Law is a nice name for it. You can parry pre. Oh, that was a failed super. He tried to do the jab juggle to super. It could have been KKZ actually. I thought based on okay. Yeah, I've played all the games in my bio. I think. You can parry pre-freeze for the air super and get the first parry on it. And it's like the same timing as your regular parry, so I'm surprised Alex missed it twice because I think it would still be okay. Maybe you have to be a little bit early. But yeah, the super freeze can't eat your input. Yeah. Oh. Failed medium spinning hook super maybe? Very nice. This game is getting a lot of mileage out of air super. You don't see it that often. It's usually used exclusively to chip the opponent out. But he's actually landing it in sensible times. Ground super is also really good for chipping the opponent out. That's the main way you see super. Oh yeah, Akuma did a jab reset into a super attempt, and I thought it was going to be SA1. But actually, based on him doing Crouch Fierce, it could have been SA3. I mean SA... KKZ. Could have been KKZ. A KKZ reset was very extra there. Like, he was dead to like just a SA1 reset. SA1 resets have a crazy high success rate. Even though they're parryable, they might as well not be parryable because Akuma can just fuck your day if you try and parry it. It has a little bit more input lag. It's like 2 extra frames of input lag. There's 1.5. Someone told me the exact amount. So yeah, compared to the ROM, it's probably going to be worse. That dive kick is actually pretty good. Little meaty setup there. Even if you parry it, parrying a fireball doesn't freeze the opponent, so Akuma recovers while you're parrying and can throw you or something. This works on the same principles as Dudley's Rose. Might have been a whiff punish. Oh, that was a really bad fireball.
Are you ready? Go.
That's probably a bad matchup. It's probably not that bad. Unfortunately, most characters as Q, you kind of have an uphill battle because you've kind of got a very similar gameplay principle, which is land a miracle hit into SA2. I bet it's probably not too hard to get your taunts up versus Necro as Q. But once you get your taunts up, it's like, now what? And even though it's fairly easy to get a blood taunt, getting a safe taunt versus Necro is kind of a pain. You gotta actually get like a knockdown. Because he can just hit you. Twins and Makoto. Wah. KKZ. Oh, ew. That was gross. You guys see that? EX spinning hook only got the first and third hit and it fell out. Yeah, I'd say Aura's Q's worst matchup, followed by probably Makoto and then the Twins, or at least Yon. Q has a lot of bad matchups, so he's like the easiest character in the game to counterpick. Even really shitty characters like Sean and 12, while worse than Q, are not so vulnerable to counterpicking in my book. Very nice.
Prepare to strike. Now.
The dash to avoid dealing with a Tatsu mix-up. Oh! Only one hit. Not too bad for Necro, but not great. wonder if Super punishes that. Point blank fireball on block. Very unusual scenario. Oh, is that it? No, wasn't it? Oh, that was a failed Super, for sure. Necro wanted Super punish. That is shitty, yeah. Should struggle several hits. Yeah, I agree with that. Q is very punishing character to try and learn. He's like the quintessential low tier that people play anyway. But he's also the quintessential low tier who you can make work if you're good. So, you know. Like a lot of low tiers just have no future. But every character in Third Strike has a future because of parry. Yeah, lock-in would be nice. There are a lot of supers that are a lot shittier just because they don't have better lock-in. A lot of DP supers especially, which is especially criminal because you think DP supers would be the best about that shit. Akuma's DP super is actually notable because the lock-in is decent. But you look at stuff like Ken SA1, or like Remy SA2, that it feels like they should be really good in their anti-air connect, and then they just suck. Only in SA1. Alex typically gets multiple hits on an air connect, but it's fucking weak. But at least it's not unsafe. Even if he gets the first hit only, he's safe, I think. If Sean ever comes back, the Sure You Can Dunk is all but guaranteed. It's like one of his signatures. They never try taking it out, and I'm sure they know that. Third Strike 2-hand DP, then add the dunk. Didn't they do that with Urien in Arranged Edition? I think they did. Oh, that was a failed super. He back strong, tried to super, and he got electricity. Might hit. Didn't hit. Almost always they just reset into it. Oh! Rare footage. That works versus Aura's Fireball too. It pretty much does the same thing. I wonder if Necro could have gotten a crush jab on some of those Fireballs. There was a Q player like quite a lot. You just missed him. Hello. Whoa, KKZ anti-air. Legit. Actual. Genuine. That's unparryable. It's also invincible. It's just guaranteed. KKZ has an hour of startup and also an extremely annoying motion to do quickly. So you almost never see it as an anti-air, despite the fact that it's probably the best anti-air in the game in terms of effectiveness. It's also quite strong. It won't be as strong as an anti-air as it will be on the ground, probably 99 times out of 100. Yeah, the first hit's unparryable, and of course the first hit, if it connects, like, all of them connect. You can parry, you can block the first hit and parry the rest, but you cannot parry the first hit. For that reason, KKZ can be used as a checkmate. It's one of very few checkmates in the game. A lot of characters cannot get out of the way and also cannot parry. KKZ does an ass ton, especially the first hit. KKZ, like, raw connect does over half of your health for, like, every character. It might be the strongest single super in the game outside of Gills. Pretty sure it is. Ooh. It's always 2-bar. Akuma has no 3-bar anything. Yeah, I think it does more damage than Demon. Demon's strong as shit too. Nice little jump in. Oh, oof, ouch. Got Alexed. Akuma is especially vulnerable to being Alexed due to that tiny dizzy bar. Alex only got 2 fucking hits, but the 2 hits were like, you know, a full jumping combo and fucking close medium kick EX. That's all it takes. Okay. That's a mix, even if you parry the low strong. Jump jab, but he was too far away for the Mega maybe? He might not have been. Necro mashed it. Mashing it is safer against air parry. Might trade? Nope. Alex towards Fierce is not very fast. Hello. A lot of people today. This must be what happens when you stream during the day. I think Q could make it. Q's a fan favorite. Usually with these, it's like casuals, and it's just like, yeah, King of the Hill with like 3 or 4 people. Makoto is also a fan favorite character. There are certain characters who just have their future secured. I would say Makoto's one of them. Manat back. Manat has very high probability in my book of becoming a staple. Well, her gameplay is so strange. So it depends on whether they consider her gameplay too much of a nuisance to bring back. But her character design is usually what they focus on when choosing to bring characters back. Okay. And Manat's character design is very popular. True, I think that she'll probably get a gameplay rework. Whoa.
Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of Street Fighter 3.
To be frank, people by a vast majority prefer playing rushdown characters. And that's one of the reasons SF5 came out so rushdown focused. A lot of the characters that were being requested were very rushdown, and then the most popular versions of the characters who came back were very rushdown. And so we just ended up with a very rushdown game. That's one reason anyway. There were other characters where they didn't have to be rushdown at all, but ended up rushdown anyway, like Fong. Just because of mechanics. Rushdown sim is not new. That's how you actually played him in SF2. You can play a zoning sim as well. Okay. People like to talk about the counterplay of fireballs in V skills back in Season 1 era, but to be quite frank, I never really believed.
Final round. Go.
I think fireballs are decently strong in SF5 as a whole, even back in Season 1. Just a little bit weaker than SF4. Definitely way stronger than like Alpha or SF3. Ugh. There was an interview recently or something. I didn't actually click on it. But both sides of SNK and Capcom are interested in another crossover. So people have been discussing ways crossovers could happen. Double EP? Yep. He got the weak hit on the second one, but that's fine. A crossover team is much more safe to generate a lot of money than a crossover game. Crossover characters, like, reliably sell super well. I don't know if it'll be a crossover team, I don't know if I believe in that, but, like, it's a very good and safe financial decision that would still make people happy. Would you come and mix up his minus? Shamid. Light Tatsu, heavy Tatsu. Oh, I don't know. I actually have no idea. I don't know if I've ever had that happen to me. Wow. Ew. Kinda didn't quick stand. That's unsafe if the opponent quick stands. But I can't believe Akuma jumped over a fireball, didn't even hit a button in the air, just low forward. Light Tatsu is still a punish. Chun-Li and Luke is... It makes sense, but it's a bit limp. I just want Kenso back. Do I have any hope? Kenso being in KOF 16 is basically guaranteed. Kenso being DLC in 15, I feel like is such a long shot, despite the fact that he's already complete because he was in 14.
Prepare to strike. Now.
There's so many good characters to bring from 14. They took too many characters out between the two. Granted, we got rid of a lot of characters who were basically bloat. I don't know if there's anyone who really likes Chang or Choi. I was talking about that yesterday with my friends. Chang and Choi have so much, what's the word we were using? Crusty. They're so crusty. They have so much crustiness built into them. Chang and Choi both feel like 1990 era fighting game characters. You know what I mean? They're so antithetical to most King of Fighters characters. They're very jank. I think both Chang and Choi have had their moments in the limelight. Maybe Chang hasn't. I think he has. Sadly, it often ends up being the same characters who were broken in KF games. I don't know. I don't remember Chang being good, but maybe he was. I remember, what's his face? Raiden being very good in arcade KF 13, but he got nerfed prior to release. He had a turnaround punch, and it was very busted. It was a one-button turnaround punch, so I guess it was a zonk. He had a really fucking good zonk. The thing is, it was a launch that did a massive amount of damage if you held it for a while. And you could confirm it from like various things. And then if you ever got it, you could do another one. So you could just hold kick all the time. And if you ever landed one of them, you got both of them. And then I think it also did good chip and was insanely fast. And it did an ass ton of damage, and I think it was safe on block. It was like absolutely zany. parry it. Red parry it. Just free red parry. It's not actually free because Necro can technically super you, but it's very balls out for Necro to do that. Is that dash in low jab? Nice confirm. Mature and Vice were both pretty cool, and I wouldn't mind them back. They were both in 14, right? Mature for sure was. I remember her a lot. If there's Mature, there's Vice usually. KOF 12 had Mature and not Vice, I think. But KF 12 was just an unfinished game, so whatever. I thought Nelson was really cool in KF 14. I'd like to see him back. He had like that on-hell style gameplay, but a little bit more muted and fair. Not that I think on-hell is unfair. Nelson seems a little bit easier to understand. The ninja guy, what was his name? He was super cool. I liked him a lot. He had like fun-looking gameplay and a really good design. Started with a B. Yeah, Banderas. I can see him as a regular. He's great. Miema's cute, but I don't think I want her back. And Hamana's great. Isla seems really easy to kind of understand without having low depth. Very nice. Young round. Oh, very, very... Normally you time that to be much earlier. But if you time it really late like that, you've got more of a chance of hitting a grab or a parry attempt in recovery. That kind of very late universal overhead is a very cool and strong endgame play, but it's very unsafe. Well, not very unsafe, but it is unsafe. Zarina was super cool. She's the toucan, right? Toucan girl. I liked her a lot. Alice seemed cool. Alice seemed like a good, fun beginner character. There's a little Chinese girl with the Rekkas. I liked her a lot. She had a little bit of Kenso energy. She was like 13 Kenso. A little bit. Mimi or something. I don't remember her name. Mui Mui. She was super cool. I'd love to see her back. I would play her. Wow. Oh, he dropped it. That was a free one. Nothing in Gennai Jane is free. Give me a dream match game with like all the characters from 14 and 15, but with 15's mechanics. Have that be 16. I will take your money and I will make that game. Yeah, 14 and 15 deserve a lot of credit for adding so many new characters on their fucking shoestring budget. Especially when they could have just reused a lot of characters and chose not to. They really went nuts giving you content. Okay, he had a really easy juggle using dash punch, and he actually did a nice proper juggle instead. And because of that, he probably got the kill. Or rather, he probably got the kill. He got the kill when he probably wouldn't have. I played Xanadu in training mode, and I was left with the impression that he would be profoundly unpleasant to try and learn, even though he's not very technical at all. His normal strings were just kind of awkward. He's a bit technical. I love his design, and his like storyline and shit are extremely hilarious. 10 out of 10 in those fronts for me. But his gameplay looked annoying. Okay, that's very hard to come out of alive, but Necro probably things went about as good as they could have. The EX upkick to regular upkick is one of my favorite juggles. It's really cool looking. I like his little yell, both in like the animation and in gameplay. Oh, oof. That's a 1 Makoto though. That's a 2 Makoto would have landed a super there. Who the fuck is South America team? For the love of God, please don't say it's Ralph and Clark, because I have a bad feeling it is. Oh. Ralph and Clark are cool. Don't let me badmouth them. Ralph and Clark are not South American, but I think Hikari Warriors took place in South America. But I could be wrong. I feel like Ralph and Clark have been on a South American team before. I feel like they pulled that stunt maybe in like KF94 or something like that. In KF94, I think just about all the teams were just named after regions. Team Brazil, Hyder and Ralph and Clark. That's cursed. Terry, Joe, and Andy were Team Italy? What the fuck? That was a thing. None of them are Italian. That's cursed as hell. Sean is probably the only time I can think of where a Brazilian character wasn't awful. Design-wise. Oh, is Banderas Brazilian? I feel like he is, isn't he? I don't remember. He's cool. I like him. Who else is a Brazilian fighting game character who's good? Oro's Brazilian, but he's not Brazilian. Like, I like Oro as a character, but he is literally 0% Brazilian and does not represent Brazil in any way. If I was Brazilian, I would be pissed at Oro being my representation. Laura and Sean are good. They get the pass from me. Decent Brazilian representation. Eddie. Eddie's good. I like Eddie. From a character design perspective, Eddie is perfect. Very nice Brazilian representation. At least Sean is Brazilian. Yeah, everyone in Street Fighter is a stereotype. Kushnude Butt is Brazilian. I always forget about him. He's cool. I like him. I don't know how I'd feel about him as my Brazilian representation, but he's cool. I can see that in a heartbeat.
You win. Now. Are you ready? Go.
Very nice. Anti-air dash punch is a free taunt. Oh, blood taunt. Punished decently well. Peter! Peter the cop! Yeah! Now that's some nice Brazilian representation, Peter. Fan favorite Street Fighter character.
Prepare to strike.
Peter gets my blessing for sure. My Discord gave me a notification from my fucking game channel. Someone said something to say to me about my game. I wonder what it is, but I don't want to look right now. Oh, cool anti-air. Okay. Oh, that was balls out. He would have won if he landed that.
Final round. Go for it.
Italian representation in Street Fighter is almost non-existent. I can only think of Rose. Rose is quite good though, I feel. Ugh. Nice jump. Wow. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, Marisa, or whatever. Marisa is Italian, that's right. I'm intrigued. Say that much. Wow. That was lucky. 99 times out of 100. Yeah, I would have won that.
Now. Fighters ready. Engage.
German character that isn't a Nazi or mad scientist challenge impossible. What about Ed? He might be a Nazi. We don't know that Ed is not a Nazi. Falk's German, right? All of her moves are German.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Two of them are German, I think. Or maybe only one. Jeannie was German, and I think officially Julie was German, but then it turned out she was in some way related to... That didn't combo. No way. 2 hits. 2 hit.
Final round. Engage.
I think Julie had some connection to T-Hawk, and they might have retconned it to being No Blue or someone. Or whoever was the fucking Native American one. Meaty Star in a house. Still winnable. It's hard. Oh, no longer winnable.
You win. Are you ready? Go.
New Mexican girl looks cute. I've seen a lot of fighting about the sticks. The clubs. I've heard it that those were mostly used in like the northeast, like the northern United States, like around fucking Michigan, among indigenous people there. But then I've also heard that they were very widespread, and that like you could see people all over using that kind of club. Well, not all over, but like it was used in multiple different places.
Are you ready? Go!
But you know, Capcom's never really been the kind of company to give a shit. They go for cool over accuracy. Very nice.
You win. Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Got the cue back. Sin Fear struggle there is really cool. I'm also down for a muscle girl grappler. Marisa's the kind of character where I was complaining about a character like her not existing. In a few different levels. I used to complain about the absence of female grapplers. Makoto I would qualify as a grappler. And then they made Laura and I'm just like, you know, and Mika. Well, Mika already existed, but she sucked. And then I was commenting on the disturbing lack of ugly female characters. And then I saw Marisa and I'm like, this is it. This could be the one. We're finally gonna have an ugly girl. God bless ugly representation. Damn, Q's kind of getting worked. Ugh! I looked like he failed a super twice in a row. Okay. Oh, winnable. Winnable. Oh.
You win. Fight is ready. Engage.
Towards roundhouse is a failed super motion. They don't want you to have any fun when they designed Makoto crouch medium kick. Shout out to SF3 where they made it rantier. Makoto's dad's name is Masaru, I think. I guess him being Q is not impossible, but it's a bit goofy. Given that he's dead. She's going for it. Gone for double Fuki 3 times. Something. Oh, that EX dash punch or something. EX chop got hit. When I saw female Hugo from SVC Dimitri's Midnight Bliss, I was like, this is the character I've been missing from all fighting games. Did you ever see, you remember Family Guy? Remember that episode where Stewie got a nanny who was like Russian or Belarusian or something? Anyone see that episode? I want that, but a fighting game character. Okay, to start. Unfortunately, that side swaps.
You win.
You have no dignity.
Are you ready? Go!
Red parry? Oh, he did it. He actually did it. He did the red parry. Bless. Look at that fucking damage he got because of that. Oh my god. That should have killed. That red parry is probably the single most lucrative red parry to go for in the whole game. It gives you a huge punish when a lot of characters only get a small punish. It has 0 risk because Q can't super cancel it. It doesn't knock down. It does almost no damage by the lone hit. You should just always go for that red parry. It's very easy to react to as well because it's 3 slaps. It's like the perfect example of a red parry you should go for. Low damage, no conversions, no knockdown, easy to react to, and huge increase on punish damage. Oh, that might have been deliberate, but I think he wanted the high connect, not the fucking no connect. Okay. Oh! Post free super.
You win. Now. Prepare to strike. Now.
I don't think Dudley can possibly combo a jump in into low roundhouse, because that looked like the latest possible jump fierce he could land, and the earliest jump roundhouse, and it's still in combo. Whoa. In I think in SF4, low short EX dash punch combos. In this game, it is not. The only combo from low short is just light dash punch or super. Super one. Ooh, very nice. That's so annoying when Dudley players do that to you. The repeated early jump roundhouse. You just use your plus frames to jump again and then do jump roundhouse on your fucking throw attack or something. It's very effective. Kirby's here. Just gonna scope the Makoto gameplay. Okay. Not much Makoto gameplay to scope right now. Yeah, it's very good versus Hugo, but it's kind of good versus everyone.
Are you ready? Go.
Okay. Air to air fierce leads to a taunt. Leaves the opponent full screen. Most air to air heavies leave the opponent full screen in this game. Q's jump roundhouse doesn't because it slams.
Now.
Okay. Cool anti-air. Empty jump low. Another low. Ooh, that hit a short swing blow. Is that even gonna hit? Oh my god. That's safe anyway. He committed. He was still in the parry animation. Missing that juggle kind of sucked. Yeah, he just blocked. Jesus Christ. I'd be livid if I lost like that. Ducking full recover into EXDP to catch your fucking throw.
Are you ready? Go.
Because you were timid about trying to fucking challenge it because you could have done a follow-up. Okay. This Dudley's kind of killing it. Oh, he missed it. You gotta do that really early. Oh, dash in? My god, I can't do serious damage here. That parry was really nice. Jump and parry on the way up was very strong. He was gonna catch like a if Makoto jumped and did axe kick, or if Makoto jumped and did a like heavy kick or something. And it also happened to catch a low roundhouse, which I doubt Dudley predicted, but you know, it was just another thing that was good against. A lot of Dudleys run SA1 here and there. It's not so common as it used to be, but it's not weird. It's a perfectly fine super. I don't know. This is Fujiwara. It could be. Probably not. Oh, that was light machine gun blow he dropped. I've had a few comments in a row on my game just recently. People have been watching it.
You win. Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
I think they both have similar versatility. SF3 is safer, and that's like the only thing in my book. It is nice having a shorter super meter though. My favorite bad super. Probably shouldn't show you. It's not actually bad, but you know, it's probably Ryu's worst super. Wow. Meaty super, huh? Oro SA1 is definitely one I like. It's Rennick? Rennick's here? Wow. I challenged Rennick to games on like Facebook like 10 years ago. I was like, let's get some games in. That probably was like 2012. No, in Third Strike, I was like, do you have PS3? And you were like, no, I only have 360. 2 taunts? 1 taunt. I was taking 2. Okay. You mistimed it. Looking pretty dire though. These ship out options are quite good. Oof, he's still blue.
You win.
For the count.
Now,
Let's fight like gentlemen.
into the heat of battle. Go for it.
You can get 2 taunts more safely if you don't go for a follow-up at all. If you do the juggle and then do 2 taunts, I feel like Dudley can probably wake up EX machine gun blow and catch you. Okay. Yeah, he should have done 2 is what I'm saying. But yeah, because he did 1, it should have been a juggle and then 1. You're right. Okay.
Gutter trash.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Very nice, very nice. Beautiful. Overhead blocked. Far Fierce is a poke? He did it a couple times. He likes it. I never see that. Oh. That sucks. It was a good move. Dudley's towards medium kick is, I think it's plus. It's very obnoxious for that kind of thing. And you can rock confirm it into super. It's very tricky when Dudley's doing that to you. And he Ken made the read and parried it. Then didn't get a punish. You can't, it was punishable the way he did it. Alright. Oh, the short swing blow juggle. I think that's Q only mid-screen. You can do it in a few characters in the corner. Stay medium kick pushback is very low, I feel. Very nice. Pretty balls out if that was parried Q1.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Oh, what a fucking jump in. Okay, dash punch out of the corner. A lot of Q players do that. A lot of people just jump in on Q in the corner, and Q gets stuck in the corner a lot. A dash punch out of the corner when the opponent jumps is decent. Wow, got him. Still airborne, baby. You can block in time. That's a 2-frame super. Or rather, it hits on frame 2.
Final round. Go for it.
Boo! Ducking upper, round start. You don't see this very often, but if you get ducking upper 1 hit, you can do another ducking upper, like in an airborne connect. It's funny looking. Oh, what a punish! Dudley has good full screen presence. Raw taunts are kind of risky. Dudley has to be on his game though. He has to be waiting for it basically. React really quickly. Dash in, short swing blow. There's a high connect jump medium kick or whatever it was. He was probably like minus after that. Oh no, no, no! Why is Dudley like this? Oh yeah. That was probably unparryable. There's like 1 frame to red parry, but maybe it was there. No, a parry has to be done from neutral. There was no way to be neutral there, unless he was neutral pre-freeze. Ugh. What a punish. The low pushback on short forward, I was kind of caught off guard. I've never seen someone pull that shit. Short forward, short forward. It's a bit risky, because short can be parried either direction. But, you know, if they go for a parry, you can throw them. It's a mix. Nice. That towards medium kick real good. Looks good. We don't even know how Ken's going to be in 6. Like, we saw the leaked picture, and I think that's accurate. But, like, what's to say that someone didn't just get all the leaked pictures and then just make shit up?
Prepare to strike. Now.
Like, we don't know that he's fucking... We know he looks edgy. We don't know that he is edgy. 12 is pretty cool. Anti-RX. He maybe could have gotten a taunt off there. Maybe. I don't know if a taunt is really worth getting up. Oh, what do you even punish that with? Jab? Stand jab? Low short? 12 is so shitty. People can just do unsafe shit to you. And what do you do? Like, what do you do? Alright, you super. If you have super, you can super. Very nice. SA1 is like the only part of 12 that isn't shitty. That's not true. 12's hitboxes are quite good, it's just his damage that sucks. That was a very nice meaty needle. No risk, decent reward. That's safe even on parry most of the time. Very nice anti-air. Oh, EX needle. Tricky. Ooh, this 12 is playing so nice. Feels like he's making hard reads. Tallest neutral really is good. It actually is. Not even memeing. It's just that you need to fucking land so many hits to win.
You win. Now. Are you ready? Go.
It's not so weird to have a to see someone just walk into all of 12's attacks. It's because nothing carries that much threat. That just going ham with your rushdown is okay. These guys aren't playing bad versus 12. This is like actually a way that people commonly fight 12. The risk reward changes because 12's damage output is so low. Like he just got a parry there and he got stand jab. In most instances, the worst thing 12 can do to you is throw you.
Go for it.
The only real exception to that is if he gets a heavy axe or a SA1. And heavy axe isn't even possible after most parries. But SA1 could absolutely happen. The thing is, 12, you know, he's got to build the meter. Oof. Eat 3x Rekkas and you're dead. Yang moment.
You win.
That matchup looked bad. Wouldn't be surprised if it's like Yang's best matchup or something.
Now.
Cool. RTC. What a fucking jump in. Dudley can just kind of sneak in jump ins out of nowhere every now and then. Because his jump arc is so low. You've got a high chance of interrupting something. Compared to other characters. I heard that Jamie has some yin and yang flavor. Is that true? I haven't seen that much Jamie footage. Almost all the footage I've seen from SF6 has been
Are you ready?
Ryu and Luke.
Go.
A dive kick and a Rekka sounds very Yang-like. I would call that Yang's two principal features. Okay. Okay. Command grab he combos out of. I would call that Yang's third principal feature.
Round. Now.
Jamie looks kind of neat. I'm gonna have the same thing with SF5 where I feel like I could play any character in the game, and then I have trouble deciding who to actually try and buckle down with.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
I don't know how to describe it. When I play a character, and it's like, it needs to click with me or else I have no interest in maining the character. And I feel like I had everyone like a maybe click and no one a full click at launch SF5.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Akuma was a full click when they added him. Gal was like a 80% click. Sakura was a full click. Retrospectively, I think the character I would have enjoyed most at launch SF5 was probably Ryu, or maybe Chun-Li. Should have buckled down with one of those two.
Now.
Ken's one time in the light. Ken's not a bad character in any version of SF5, but he definitely... maybe he was a bit bad in the middle. But he's definitely never shown, apart from launch. And even at launch, he was overshadowed by a couple other top tiers. Ken was like the 5th or 6th best character at launch, I feel. But compared to like Chun-Li or Ryu or Nash, he definitely was a bit more forgettable. Hard to rank the Shotos. Kage seems decent. Hi. Akuma's unquestionably quite good in my book. I think people underrate Akuma right now. I think Akuma's got, you know, top tier material still. Sakura is unquestionably quite strong.
Go.
Ryu's maybe on the mediocre side, but not like way. Nah, Ryu's fine. SF5 balance is impossible to fucking talk about. Akuma VT2, I feel strongly like I'm missing something. I can't quite figure out what it is. It feels like the timer runs out too fast. From a combo perspective, it's not very good. But if there's a neutral perspective, I think it would be quite a good trigger. But I can't figure out what the neutral perspective is. I had like a couple guesses. I thought it would be like some kind of fireball demon flip thing. But I can't quite get it to be good. Or like I saw that he can do normals into special cancels that don't normally work, like sweep into EX fireball. But that's not quite good either. It's like good, but it's not really trigger good. Especially when you only get like 2 of them. VT2 is really good if you like block a DP and then do a trigger activate before your punish. But that's like the only context in which it's really good. Otherwise, it's just kind of a little bit novel. The combos end up being too weak. That's really my takeaway. The combo should just be stronger. He needs like some kind of minimum scaling on his fucking VT2 EXs. I know that VT2 is supposed to be worse than VT1. And to its credit, you can rapidly burn VT2, which means it's very possible to land 2 of them per match, per round. Yeah, I think the timer's too short. For sure. And the damage should be a little bit higher. Not like way higher, but like just, you know, 50 extra damage would just go a long way. Very nice. He low parried, he saw it was a sweep, and he went for a max damage punish. Oh, smart. Oh.
Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of Street Fighter. I got prepared for battle.
Let's fight like gentlemen.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
I would rather fight Necro than Dhalsim like 100 times out of 100. They feel so radically different to fight. But I think it might also be an issue of mobility. Most characters in SF3 have pretty decent mobility, including Aura, my main. The mobility is more restricted in SF4, SF5, so a character like Dhalsim ends up being stronger. Dhalsim can just control the opponent's movement much better than Necro can. Parry as well. Parry allows you to kind of move more freely versus Necro than you ever could versus Dhalsim.
Fighters ready. Engage.
See, that's something that I would think most people would never even consider. Speaking as someone who's played against Dhalsim and against Necro, it's a radically different experience. Why is Dhalsim super strong in 2? Jesus Christ, where do I start? First of all, he had the game's only dive kick, so he literally just had like unthrowable fucking plus frames all over the place.
Go.
He could just loop dive kick pressure. It's very fucking strong. It was like the best dive kick in the whole fucking franchise. He had a fireball in a game where fireballs are obscenely overpowered. And he also had good counterplay to fireballs between the dive kick and low strong and shit like that. Slide was also good counterplay to fireballs. You could slide under them and stuff. So he kind of like undermined other characters' strong traits. Oh. You weren't even asking. You were asking rhetorically. You said why Dhalsim is strong, not why is Dhalsim strong. I'm an idiot. I can't read. Damn, I missed a good Yang round.
Are you ready? Go.
Dhalsim is probably top 1 in SF2. USF4 location tester, medium kick hit twice, yup. That shit was way fucking strong.
Battle. Go for
Just
it.
free counterplay against all focus. I think it literally got canned because someone just did like fucking... There was like footage that got popular that was someone just hitting that versus Hugo and the Hugo couldn't do anything. And then on release, Hugo versus Dhalsim was still shit. I mean, people thought that people weren't playing Hugo right in the location test. I went to a few of those location tests. There were some really hilarious things.
You win. Are you ready? Go.
Chun-Li's always been considered like maybe number 4 or 5 in the game, or like 6. She's like very strong. She's usually just regarded as a character who like would be really good if not for Old Sagat, because Old Sagat could just overpower her fireball with his. And that matchup is like 6-4, 7-3. It's like quite bad. And then every other matchup Chun-Li has is fine.
Are you ready?
But now I don't even know if that's considered to be a bad matchup. It might be even. And Chun-Li's strong elsewhere, so whatever. SF2 is like a game of matchups. Here's a funny one. In location tests, Guy, in USF4, Guy, USF4 location tests. Guy's EX Tatsu was, 2-frame. He had a 2-frame EX Tatsu. It was the only 2-frame move in the game that wasn't, a grab.
You win.
And, a quirk of EX moves and hits. When you land an EX grab, it deducts the meter, but doesn't actually kill until it, the animation, like, allows it to, until it does damage. But, Guy EX Tatsu dealt damage on frame 2. And because of that, if you killed someone with Guy's EX Tatsu in the location test, it wouldn't deduct the meter. No EX move deducts meter on frame 1. But you also don't lose the meter on the frame that you win the round.
Prepare to strike.
If EX moves deducted meter on frame 1, then if you got an accidental EX in your car, then you would lose meter. So every EX move is supposed to deduct the meter on frame 2. That was a really goofy one. Kill with EX Tatsu and it's free. And that's actually decent because it's his reversal, so you could chip out with it, or just use it as a wake-up option. It was very possible to have that be the killing hit. What were some other quirks? One thing I remember very distinctly was people were using Hugo Ultra 1 and being surprised. It was like, is this a grab? They couldn't tell it was a grab. Like, now we know that Hugo Ultra 1 is just a 720. Well, we always know it's a 720 by, you know, the fact that it's a 720 motion. But, like, people were wondering if it was a one-frame grab. And it's because the same move, I think, I don't actually remember. I think the same move was in Cross Tekken as a hit.
Go for it.
They just recycled the animation, but made it a true 720, one-frame 720. There was a shenanigan with Vega. Oh, he had invincible EX flip kick in the location test. And it didn't survive to release. Hello. Vega with an actual good invincible reversal would be pretty fucking nice.
You win.
That being said, his real issue is with characters kind of being on top of his head. Like a meaty twin dive kick or something like that. Which, even if EX flip kick was invincible, it wouldn't help at all against that because of the charging restrictions. Block the dive kick and you just don't have charge anymore. If you do the thing as a reversal, it won't hit.
Prepare to strike.
I don't play SF2 at all, but when I do play SF2, I usually play DJ. And I just chuck fireballs and do anti-air spin kicks. Well, you know, jackknife maximum. DJ is a very fun character to play in SF2. It's like the only game he's ever been in where he like truly worked.
You win.
Most characters wouldn't change that much. Probably a few of them would change a little bit. It'd be novel. You can do that with the dip switches. You can just turn it so all characters have their supers on. And amusingly, all supers have secret motions in the game's code. When you're actually playing the game, almost every super is just down forward, down forward. But actually, every character has 3 different super motions, and they're only available if you have the dip switch for multiple supers on. Like Oro's Tengu Stone, it's like down back punch or something like that. Ryu would be a strong candidate for benefiting from all supers. Oro would be as well. There's a few more subtle answers, like even Ken, who would like pick SA1, I mean SA1 or SA2, never ever.
Go.
He still gets more, if you do target combo into Fireball into Super, I think SA1 does more damage than SA3. So it's not like Ken wouldn't use the other supers. Hugo would get a lot of mileage. It's not as easy as characters with 3 good supers. You need characters with supers with kind of different setups. Like Ibuki would love having 3 different supers. Because they're just so radically different.
You win. For battle. Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
It would be a nice novelty. I'd like to play that version of SF3. Tiers would shift a little bit. Suddenly would get even stronger. Having SA1 would be rather nice for anti-air stuff.
Prepare to strike. Now.
I mean, technically every character in the game would get stronger, so it's just a question of who would get the most stronger. Yum would get really strong. Well, it's tricky because what would you do with the super meter? Would you just have it so you have like 2 long bars, and then however much super meter it used to cost, it would cost that much?
Final round. Go for it.
You would have to, they would have to address, like, you know, what's going on with the supers that normally you sacrifice EX moves. Like, Yan SA1 is not a bad super, but you can't use any EX moves, so that Dudley SA2 is not a bad super, but you have no EX moves. Those supers with EX moves would become much stronger.
Now.
Ryu EX2, I mean SA2. Ryu SA2 is probably the cleanest example of opportunity cost with EX moves. Ryu really likes his EXs. Yeah, you would be able to loop Genes actually. There would be nothing preventing that. You'd be able to just do a Gene and then complete it with a... you'd do like the post Gene shoulder and then you just super cancel it. And the juggle potential would still be there. And again, I resets juggle.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
I got pinged on my radiology Discord. I should actually read that one. I don't know who the fuck would ping me in that. Time to find out. At everyone, we are going over HIPAA and ethics worksheet for class and turning it in. Still need to submit it on Canvas, but can take a picture to use it as a PDF. I gotta learn about HIPAA.
You win.
Big worm guy.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Someone offered to help me make my game run on Vita. I'm gonna hit him with the eyes emoji. Seems like the appropriate response. Alright, back to watching. I like normals like twin close medium kick.
Now.
Every character having a launcher is simply fun. Basically every normal that launches is just fun. Vega down towards Roundhouse, fun. Aura close medium punch, very fun. It's that simple. Necro back fierce, fun. Very nice punish, by the way. Earthworm Jim is not even some NRS shit. That's like some fucking Killer Instinct shit.
Now.
That's some Clay Fighter shit.
Ready. Engage.
Should make a video about SF3 red parries that are worth going for. Like by character. Bad Mr. Frosty. I don't remember any... I never played Clay Fighter 63 in a third. But I did play Clay Fighter on fucking Super Nintendo. I remember the Blob. I remember Bad Mr. Frosty. I remember, I think, Helga. That's about it. It's a red for everyone. EX Machine Gun Blow's last hit is a red. If it was a blue, I'd go for it every time. That's a red parry that's really good to get, but really risky to go for. I think the supers where you parry the last hit are really well designed. He could have done that throw on the first one, I think, but definitely on the second one. Doing it on the third is not bad, though. Like Makoto SA2 and Chun-Li SA2, having to get that. It's kind of scary because it does so much damage, but you can just block the whole thing and still get a punish. But then you can get a blue parry and get an even bigger punish. I think that's cool. I like supers like that. Creator of what? Of Earthworm Jim or of Clay Fighter? My phone is vibrating. I think this is my college. I guess I'll listen to it. Alright, it was just telling me that class resumes tomorrow. Ah, of course.
You win. Now. Are you ready? Go.
Wow. That was a bit balls out. Oh my god, Ken. Calm down. The game always seems to lag a little bit when you land fully EX Rekka like that and the screen starts scrolling.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Whoa. Dropped the last EX Rekka. Why can't Necro use zoom normals? I don't know what you're asking. He can. You're asking why they bad? They're a little bit bad.
Final round. Go for it.
Yeah, we're on a building. You can see the crowds down below. A lot of them have too long of commitment. without kind of having enough reward in terms of damage. Oof. They also only have one active frame, but that's not a huge issue. Some of them are kind of reactable on startup, which is not very good in a game where you can parry. Like, you might be able to just parry a fucking low fierce if you're waiting for it. Or a Stamranos. We seem to be on a rooftop here too, or scaffolding at least. Ryu stage is also on a rooftop. We're just fighting on roofs. Yeah, that. Thinking about it, that might be all the roof stages though. Wow. Wasn't Alex's stage on a roof in Second Impact? It's like a New York roof.
You win. Now. Into the heat of battle.
I've played Second Impact for like less than 2 hours. Like total in my life. And I rarely see footage of it. Airplane stage is a very nice novelty. It doesn't bother me, but it's definitely a stage that's hard to ignore. Like, I think I probably wouldn't play my A game on that stage. And then combine that with the fact that a lot of people just, like, get sick playing on it. It's probably the worst stage in the game, which is a shame because it's pretty cool in concept.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Hi. And it is. I'm a really good student. I learn stuff quickly and easily. And I get A's. Oh, look. I can't even tell what's supposed to be pet, though. Is it me? Is it theoretically me? Am I being pet? Okay. Low forward super. I didn't used to be a good student. I used to be a horrible student. I used to get B's and C's all the time. Or even D's. But, I gotta say, ever since I've been paying myself through school, it's really hard to not get an A when I'm paying $200+ to be there. Finding the motivation is very easy when you're paying your way through yourself. If I was paying my way through high school, if high school cost money, I'm sure I would have got better grades. Getting good grades is about 80% motivation and 20% effective study habits. Generally, most things in life are about 80% motivation. Your motivation is so much more important than almost every other factor.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Well, I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of things that are important that I'm treating as givens. I guess money is the most important factor. Doesn't matter how motivated you are if you don't have money to go through college. 50% money, 40% motivation, 10% other. How to succeed in life. Get money, get motivated. I think money and motivation are related in terms of, you know, with motivation you could probably get more money. But I think they're only loosely tangentially related. I think it's not a one-to-one ratio of more motivation equals more money. Money is often opportunity-based, and opportunities are luck-based. You can be very motivated and very unlucky. Motivation and mental health I'm kind of lumping together. I think poor mental health equals poor motivation.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Alright, every health I'm realizing right now that every self-help book that mentions motivation as being important is actually just full of shit. Because actually a lot of things kind of, like, you have to have a lot of other givens before motivation is the deciding factor. If you have poor mental health, then good motivation might not even be possible.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Nice. Could have been EX Tatsu, right? He saved the meter. This Ken knows better than me. This Ken who may or may not be Roku. Oof. I think I'm gonna call in to the Panini place today. Wow. Rare footage of SA2 used as a super. And not as a really long stockade of EX moves. I love seeing that when you get parried and you blow through with a super anyway. A lot of people have stories of Street Fighter helping their motivation. I get it. I wouldn't say that happened to me. But Street Fighter definitely helped me with kind of like thinking through a problem, I guess. It helped my self-improvement to some degree.
You win. Fighters ready. Engage.
Yeah. The thing is, like, because you can be passionate about Street Fighter as like just a hobby, you know, with no commitment, with no pressure. You can work your way through a scrub mentality, and then you can apply why you were a scrub to other aspects of life. Because we all start as scrubs, right? Well, the people who don't start as scrubs did get the scrub mentality wiped out of them in other aspects of their life. I'm sure everyone at some point in their life has had the "it's not fair that I lost" thought. It's such an obvious thought to have. But it actually makes no sense. I mean, sometimes it is not fair that you lost. If your opponent literally cheated or some bullshit. But I get that all the time, even with like people who have played fighting games for years. A really common one is like I'll just be really good in a particular matchup just because I've studied it for a long time. I had that one happen just recently to me. There's a matchup I'd studied quite a lot, and then I played someone who played it never ever, and I smashed him. And he was like, "This character is so bullshit." But it's just, and it was an even matchup too. It was like a 5-5. It's just like, no, I didn't say it, but I was thinking it. I was just like, no, I just put in more hours than you did. I just have a better understanding that I had to work for. Thankfully, the tiers one is not so common anymore because fighting games have better balance now than they used to. But a very common one I see is that. Oh, nice. The red parry into block. He didn't commit yet. You can OS block a super cancel there and still get a punish. The recovery is long enough. There's nothing forcing you to play a bad character. You can have, like, subs. Like, yeah, picking certain characters makes you do more work. Anyway, I always find that a little bit frustrating when someone's not paying me any credit for me playing well. Never enough for me to actually say anything. And there are plenty of matchups where it's not me playing well, it really is just the matchup. And third strike, that's very common. Like when I beat Dagger G in that tournament just recently, he probably played better than me overall. But I won because the matchup was good. So if Dagger G was like, oh, it's bullshit, I would understand. But if like a fucking Chun-Li player ate a fucking touch of Busy in the corner and was like, oh, it's bullshit, I would just be like, no. Well, Oro is bullshit, but Chun-Li's even more bullshit by like, you know, a comfy margin, especially in that matchup. Let's not kid ourselves here. Oro is extremely bullshit. But I get people complaining about my Sakura in SF5, and it's like, fuck, dude, Sakura's fair. Unless your name is Abigail, Sakura has no cheap bullshit at all. And against Abigail, she only has a little bit of cheap bullshit. And if you're playing Abigail, you should probably be used to your opponent having a little bit of cheap bullshit against you. Sakura is definitely not Abigail's worst matchup, though she's not a good matchup for him. Jump Roundhouse is kind of good versus his anti-airs. He has a hard time hitting it in time with stuff like down fierce or towards fierce or even jab. VT1 fireballs are very obnoxious, and she has nice reliable punishes against a lot of his stuff. She zones him really well. Charged fireballs are really good. She's like one of the only, he's one of her only matchups where she can really just charge fireballs willy-nilly, and every time she charges a fireball, she gets a free mix-up on him. 5 is super fucking good. It's the best it's ever been right now. I think the main complaint a lot of people had was kind of the defensive options, and V-Shift I think did a really good job addressing that. One thing I pull out a lot versus Abigail, in that particular matchup I run trigger 1, skill 1. And from certain ranges, if you do a VT1 fireball into V-skill, it's just a true 50-50 on Abigail. You can either do the grab if he's standing or the overhead if he's crouching. And he can't do anything to beat both. Parry gets grabbed, any anti-air eats the fireball. Or if you block the fireball, it's too late and you can't do anything. And also the overhead is safe. And you can just do that like 4 times against him per trigger. And if you land the grab, you get Oki. And if you land the punch, you get Oki. It's just really good. It's a very good scenario. And he has an insanely hard time trying to stop it. King seems like he'd have a lot of knowledge check stuff, but I don't play Tekken. Are any of the Shotos good? In 5? You can't, there's almost no discussion to be had about 5 balance at this point. Every character works. There's no character that doesn't work. The balance is exceptionally good. You can run any super with Ryu and be like top player. I don't really like any 3D fighting game now. 2.5 is the highest I'll go. I think Denshin is Ryu's best super, and it's definitely his easiest one. But don't feel hard locked into it. That's like how I feel. A little bit of grime is kind of fun. The thing is, like, if you play a matchup where you're strong, that's like a feeling that's kind of gone. You know what I mean? It's kind of fun being the 7 in a 7-3. But also, like, it's not fair. It's also a little bit fun being the 3 in a 7-3. But also, it's not fair. It's fun sometimes. It's fun to kind of overcome a bad matchup. But if you, like, do a 3-7 in a tournament setting and then you just lose, it's just like, oh, I hate this. Denshin is mostly about looking for particular knockdowns and then just doing Fireball Denshin while you use too early. You gotta be kind of precise with the timing of that, because if you wait too long, Ken becomes invincible because this is JP6 state. So you only have a very small amount of time to juggle. SF5 still has a lot of knowledge checks, so it's still got some garbage. It's well balanced at the top level, but on the way to top level, it's iffy. You can find like 7-3s and 6-4s at low level play if you look at the online win rates. Like, I think I brought that up in the Twitter thread I made about it, but in the bronze to like gold range, bronze to super gold or whatever it was, Menat Blanca was like 8-2 Blanca's favor. And of course that matchup is not actually, it's probably not in Blanca's favor at all. It's probably just good for Menat. But at low level play, Blanca smashed Menat. Game is balanced at a high level, but at low level anything goes. Strongest characters in the history of SF5 was ironically Blanca or Chun-Li as #1, because they both had game-breaking glitches. If you want a serious answer, probably vanilla release SF5 was when characters were the most OP. Probably like vanilla Chun-Li would be the strongest character in the history of SF5. Although Season 3 Abigail is a consideration.
Are you ready? Go.
Hi. Season 1 and Season 2 Urien, yeah, we're very strong. You can probably just watch an archive. That's what I'm gonna do. Release Urien. Release Ryu. There was a lot of grime elsewhere too. Like, remember Zangief being able to do V-Reverse and combo super? Remember Armika having V-Reverse that she then got Oki on, and also Armika having the best up-close mix-up in the game? That's such a fucking stupid combination. Nash was, I think, a little bit artificially propped up by input lag, so I don't know if I really want to say that that was Nash being strong. Nash, it should have been a lot easier to deal with this shit if not for the 8 frames of input lag. The biggest problems people had with Nash were stuff like getting hit by the overhead or fucking failing to check the forward dash, which just wouldn't have been an issue. Whoa. Whoa. Cool. You don't see that one too often. V-trigger fireball, I did that all the time. I was an Akuma player in Season 2 when he first dropped. and that shit was so fucking strong. Everyone would hold up forward there, and then I trigger, and then I anti-air DP, and super if I have it. Nash's pokes were better because of the lag too. Everything about Nash was made much better by the lag, more so than other characters. It sounds like it wouldn't be a difference maker, but next to 3 frames to block or check reactable things like dashes. Yeah, his dash was he wouldn't actually start moving until halfway through the dash animation, which made it especially hard to react to considering its duration. It effectively had half duration in terms of being reactable. Reactions are a funny thing. Keyframes matter a lot. You don't think about that kind of thing too often. Reacting to something, especially being reacting to the fact that it's that thing in particular. People might not remember this, but in SF4, Poison's focus attack and her fireball started with the same keyframes. And so if you're reacting to one, it could have been the other. Very fucking awkward when you do Ultra, when you see Poison take that pose, and then it's a focus backdash and she just fucking gets out of the way of the Ultra, or gets hit midair or something like that. Nash is, after the input lag was fixed and also after the nerfs, he was definitely a little bit weak. But I don't think there was ever a moment where he didn't work. And now I think he's quite decent. I think there was a Nash in top level of the Brasilia top 8. I didn't watch all that yet. But I think a Nash made it to top 8, right? Or he was at least in top 16.
Are you ready? Go.
And that happened just the other day. Brazil CPT. Oh. His confirm sucked. Can the forward punish, no problem. So what's the situation with Infiltration right now anyway? I'm not condoning anything Infiltration did, but I do like watching him play. Is he just kaput? Is it permanent? Is it forever? Oh, I didn't see that. Shit. I'm gonna go digging through some archives. Was he playing Jury? Last time I looked, Jury was his main. Infiltration seemed to be the bad guy much more so than his ex or whoever it was back when I looked into it, but that was a while ago. I have mixed feelings about the whole thing because obviously I don't like that at all, but at the same time I feel like fighting games are kind of unrelated to that. That's like something for the police to follow up on, or like her and a civil suit. It's not something that, like, I don't know. Not something I think Capcom would be looking into.
Fighters ready. Engage. Fighters ready. Engage.
Love that juggle. Anti-air, close medium kick into another close medium kick. Into jump roundhouse. One of my favorite combos in the game. It's so simple, but it's so cool.
You win.
It's a little bit like Oro close strong 2 hits into Oro close strong 1 hit super jump cancel roundhouse,
Go for it.
which is a combo I go for every now and then. It used to be my signature to do that into jump medium kick rather than jump hard kick, which would leave me closer. It left me point blank and plus, and I got quite good at that scenario. What's Yang's supers? So he's got the one that everyone picks, where he kind of shoots up into the sky and kicks you repeatedly, and it's not very good. There aren't that many setups, because Yang doesn't have really a good special move that he can super cancel, is really the key. The only super cancel that's worth any note is the palm. And the palm itself is very hard to land. But it's his only super with 2 bars, so you just run that one and you just do EX Rekka, because EX Rekka is the best EX move in the game. But Yang's SA2 is invincible, and the damage it's pretty low. It's not very high damage, but it is invincible and it is pretty fast. So every now and then you see it for that kind of stuff. Plus it goes under fireballs, but you know, how often do you see someone punish a fireball with a super in this game? Pretty much only like Q SA1, like nothing else. And people only do a lot of fireballs versus Q because the movement's so shitty. SA1 is a huge meme. It's quite slow. It's like 10 frame startup or something like that. And it's plus on block, but you can parry it. And if you it's only a single parry, and if you parry it, you get a full punish on him. It's also quite hard to confirm. You can theoretically confirm it from, like, you know, repeated low shorts, or stand strong, stand short, or fucking command grab low forward, stuff like that. If you confirm into it, it's weaker. It's pretty strong, but you wish it was stronger. And then say Embu adds shadows to all of Yang's attacks, SA3, and that one's quite good. It's got the shortest super meter in the game, which is kind of nice. You can combo stuff like overhead into Rekkas or low into Rekkas. So it gives him very nice pressure. It also gives him cross-up unblockables.
You win.
That's true, it's raining in the exposed wires. They should be fucking dead.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Anyway, say Ambu can be used. If you do a cross-up over someone's head, you can have the shadows hitting on one side while Yang hits on the other, and you can get cross-up unblockables on white characters. So that's quite strong. You typically see Yang players run SA3 against those wide characters. There are some Yang players who run SA3 basically regardless of matchup. But most Yang players, almost all of them, run SA2 regardless of matchup. SA3 is harder to use. EX Rekkas are very easy to use. SA3 requires good knowledge of the game and the mechanics. It's kind of rare to see SA3 Yang these days, but in particular matchups it's about 50-50 that you see it. There's a couple that I may be underrated, but I'd need to go and look at my tier list. There aren't any substantial changes. That fucking dash. Oh, very nice. There's a couple characters where I put their best super and their second best super maybe too far apart. Like I put Hugo SA1 as like one of the top supers, and Hugo SA3 is one of the like mid supers. But they're probably not too far apart, realistically speaking, because SA3 just helps Hugo in a lot of otherwise problematic matchups. Being able to confirm out of claps is really fucking useful too. Like obviously SA1 is a very good super, but the high price hurts it. And whether it's really much better than SA3, I don't think so. They're probably about equal. Outside of tiers, that's my favorite SA. Let me think about that. QSA2 is very satisfying, isn't it? That's a good one. Basically all the big oof supers that then lead to juggles are good as hell. If we're ignoring tier. Ryu SA2, Q SA2, Yun SA1. I think those are very satisfying. I think there's something very Kino about Alex SA3. Just getting that touch of dizzy. This matchup's probably not too bad. I think nothing Dudley does really prevents Urien from doing his normal stuff. And nothing Urien does really stops Dudley from doing his normal stuff. I don't think there's anything really matchup related about this matchup. It's probably even-ish. Might be a little bit in Dudley's favor, I don't know. But it's just, both of them just played their normal game, I think. Backturn to Alex SA1 is cool, but it feels like it should be stronger. What's funny is Alex can actually do a meaty lariat, and that still causes a backturn, and you can link Ultra or Super 1. But, it's very tight. It feels like it should be easier. If I changed SF3, one of the first changes I would make was Alex towards Fierce being super cancelable. So he could just do like towards Fierce SA1 as a cancel, and it just got the back turn super. I would also make it so Alex SA1 was a true 720. I would probably still keep the 360 motion, but I would make it so you couldn't jump out of it post freeze. I would also give Alex light chop into super, which wouldn't work with SA1 but would work with SA2. Alex's fixes are like the easiest fixes in the game. It's very obvious how to fix Alex because his problems are very obvious. If Urien corners blank, it's fucked for blank. Fill in with literally any character. Ooh. Super on whiff into another super. I get that, but unironically quite a lot, and I understand. SF3 looks a lot more perfect to be play on.
Are you ready? Go.
That's the truth. Ah. Nice parry.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Low strong. Oh, big. Nice and safe. That mirror does control Dudley's movement to some degree. Well. The slipping jab, I saw it. He did one. Snap Fierce is quite a good poke. I would say of Urien's pokes, the only ones that are actual top tier pokes are Stand Fierce and Low Forward. Like if there was a tier list of pokes, I would put those in the top tier. Dudley, top tier poke, probably
Now,
fierce. Roundhouse is a top tier kind of poke. Dudley's Dudley's got a lot of good normals, but I don't think he's really in there with the top tier pokes. Ooh. Very nice. Could he have supered there, I wonder? It might have just lost all the hits. He might have just literally done 0 damage with the super.
you win.
You have no dignity.
Urien stage is really cool, yeah. I like the fucking tree trunk. Really nice parallaxing on this stage. I think. Or maybe I'm thinking of Akuma stage. I read Super's 1 frame, but 1 frame links are not hard because of pianoing. I made a video on that, so go watch it if you haven't.
Are you ready? Go.
If you piano, no, genuinely, if you piano, 1 frame links are not very hard at all. I play on pad and I piano. You can do it. I have faith in you. I made the video, goddammit. I made the video by pianoing. Go watch the video, I promise. You'll become a better player. How did he not take a throw there? I thought literally any Urien would throw. Instead he got thrown, but he still won.
Round. Engage.
Okay, I can confirm the presence of nice parallaxing. But it's kind of subtle. It's more obvious in Akuma stage. Akuma stage has really obvious parallaxing. The video was on Sure You Can Tube. It was called Street Fighter 3 Primer Piano.
Battle. Go for it.
Something like that. Ugh.
Gutter trash.
Are you ready?
I don't think I've ever mentioned this, but my video game that I'm working on right now is going to take place on the moon of a larger planet. I think the larger planet will probably be devoid of life. But I like the idea of it being visible in the sky here and there. So like the whole fucking sky is just a giant fucking planet.
You win.
I needed a name for the planet and I haven't decided that yet.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Maybe a gas giant. Baluba. Thanks for naming my planet for me. Ah yes, the
Are you ready?
moon that the game takes place on will be Luna, and the planet will be Terra. Or maybe the planet will be Gaia. How to have an original fantasy setting 101. Name the planet Gaia. Whoa! Destroy the mirror. I think. They seem to dissipate really quickly. Damn! That's really how it goes, huh? You're fighting a Dudley player, he lands 3 supers on you, and you're dead.
Win. Now,
Urien has a lot of health, too.
fighters ready. Engage.
Grab Stand Fierce. Roundhouse as a poke is pretty funny. It's novel because it pulls his hurt box back pretty far. No, that was not my hand, that was a Phantom's hand. A phantom is basically just a body part, a fake body part, often using real bones that you X-ray so that you don't cause unnecessary exposure to a human. Because as it turns out, being blasted with X-rays repeatedly is kind of bad for you.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Out of this world, I'm making a game in the same genre, so obviously, you know, gotta have some kind of positive feelings. I know that game is, I think, Another World. I played the European version of it on Genesis. I did beat it. It's quite a good game.
You win. Now, battle.
And by quite a good game, I mean a masterpiece.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
My game is most obviously taking inspiration from Prince of Persia. Out of This World had a gun, and the gun mechanics were extremely awkward. It's very easy to die.
Are you ready? Go.
It's so nice when someone comes up with something that's like, I made a video on exactly that.
You win.
I have one, I play on a pad with shoulders, so I have one button. I kind of put my thumb between two punches
Battle. Go for it.
and hit both of them kind of in tight sequence, kind of by rocking my thumb back and forth. And then the button on the shoulder I just hit. And it's not always perfect, but usually I get 2 or 3 different inputs. And I hit my one frame links more often than I drop them. Way more often, probably like 8 or 9 times out of 10 I hit my one frame links. But Aura doesn't have any of those, so I'm not that practiced at it. You could hit 10 times out of 10 if you did practice it. That's why people in this game, you know, like in SF4 when you watch people go for one frame links, they drop them all the time. But in this game, people always hit their one frame super links like nothing. And it's because you can piano. It's because multiple different supers still work for the link. You can't piano like a fucking one normal. The closest you can get is plinking, which is still more precise. A perfect plink gives you 2 chances at the one frame link. A perfect piano gives you 6.
You win.
That's fair.
Now. Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
That's the easier part to fuck up, honestly, especially if you've got good pianos. Doing a nice, perfect super motion on reaction to a like a Ken Low Strong that hits or something like that, it's a bit of a pain. I get a lot of that person, yeah. It's fun watching a video essay. And my videos are like very short video essays. As long as someone's concise and clearly demonstrates a good knowledge of something and what they say makes sense, you can kind of enjoy it regardless of what it is. It's cool watching extreme specialization kind of stuff. Sakurai? No. He's doing like, we're talking about Masahiro Sakurai, right? We're talking about him doing the game dev streams just recently.
Win.
I saw that was a thing, but I didn't watch any of them.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Oof. A lot of people told me to make bad balance videos on Pokemon metagame. Did Big Yellow actually do that? It's a good idea. Very nice placement on that mirror.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Ugh. That was all those parries, despite the fact that Dudley turned around, all those parries were to the right. He missed the jump in, so he didn't get the kill. He could have spent meter and still got the kill, but saving it was much better at those health values.
Now.
I definitely could make some videos on competitive Pokemon stuff. Has he done Gen 2 Snorlax? Very nice. Very good parry. Oh, you can parry that on reaction. Okay. I love the way Dudley's cheek drags during the animation of his SA3.
Now. Fighters ready. Engage.
It's such a fucking nice animation. It's so simple, but it's so effective. By communicating how fucking fast he's hitting you. Snorlax has been like OU for like most Pokemon games, but he was truly nutty in Gen 2 and Gen 2 only.
Prepare to strike.
I don't know if there's actually been a Pokemon that's been OU every gen. Gengar, maybe? Or Starmie? Zapdos. I think Zapdos dipped in UU briefly. And then managed to fight his way back out. Zapdos is a consistently strong mon. It might have been UU in Gen 1. I think it's usually regarded as worse than Raikou in Gen 2. Raikou is a fairly common mon in competitive Gen 2, I think.
You win.
You have no dignity.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Okay. Nice. Keep at it. Do some more. If you're playing on something with inputs on, make sure that your punches are not all coming in at the same input. Or kicks if you're playing Ken. Very nice. The hitbox on the second hit of Urien's Crouch Fierce is very high, and will sometimes hit crouching character or miss crouching characters. That one was an instance of Dudley being too far away, though, I think. Oro has the same thing, where the second hitbox of Close Strong is very high and often more hit crouching opponents. Oh, hit the wake-up headbutt. Ooh. Yep. Overhead. Meter's not good for Urien though. And he's dead. I want to do some other stuff today. I'll probably end once this video's over. Still a good 30 minutes though.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Then I'm probably gonna get some dinner and then chill in a Discord call. Ah. I'm gonna get a panini. I decided. Gonna go to the new panini place. I can't believe low short didn't kill. Lights do so low damage, plus Urien health, I guess.
Go.
I can't believe how weak lights are in SF3. It feels strange. He could block that. Decent punish. The fake out. I don't think headbutt goes over Dudley in the corner, does it? Very nice. Really cool juggle.
Final round. Go for it.
Aren't they making a Mega Man Battle Network collection? I just thought about that. When's that coming out? I searched recently. Oh, he butt hit. I searched recently and I saw that they're doing a free update for Security Breach by Nights at Freddy's. It might be a little bit of a kusoge, but Security Breach is the most fun I've had with a new game in like the last year, 2 years.
You win.
So I'm kind of excited to see that. I'll play it.
Now. Into the heat of battle. Go for it. Prepare to strike. Now.
Oh. Yikes, tackle. Wow, what a good challenge. And then the jump, he tried to parry and he just missed it. If he got the parry, he would have gotten out of the corner before Urien recovered. But instead he chucked himself into the corner and they got mixed. Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do with like the crossover content plus like the stuff that was changed between versions. Like Graveyard Area and Battle Network 6. I think the most likely thing they're gonna do is just use the fucking Wii U ROMs. And just call it a day. I don't think they're gonna add like netplay or anything. It'd be nice if they did, but they won't. Well, maybe they will. Shoutouts to Battle Network 3, which despite being the best Battle Network game, 100% completion was locked behind multiplayer. Good luck finding someone else with the game and a link cable.
Prepare to strike.
Yeah, easier time just buying a fucking Game Shark. Just buy 2 copies and a link cable. That's unironically what I did. And what's really annoying is when you're trying to unlock the multiplayer content, when you lose a net battle, it automatically gives your best chip to the opponent. Which in Battle Network 3 was almost invariably the virus chips. Which were all standard chips for some reason. All the virus chips are one of a kind, sort of. You can buy a new, if you lose one from like Chip Trader or something, you can buy a new one from Higsby. But it'll be a different code. Which is kind of an Easter egg almost. There's 2 different codes for every single virus chip. I remember in the Renowned Folder FAQ for that game, there was one deck that listed needing 4 of a particular virus chip of the secret code. So theoretically, I think you could get rid of your initial one, then buy one from Higsby and trade it to another game, and then buy another one from Higsby. I think that works. Thankfully, most of the virus chips were kind of iffy. I mean, they're all good, but not really, like, busted. Killer Eye was busted. Upcoming sumo? Huh? Like sumo, like the sport? Like wrestling? Yeah, huge no. I've seen maybe like 3 sumo matches in my life. Later. Oh, he held it, trying to fake Dudley out for the parry timing. But Dudley just jumped. He was like already jumping. That's like a little thing you can actually do with the delay from Urien's fireball. Generally, there's no use of delaying it. Generally, it's just a novelty that you can delay it in the first place. Ugh. That's a bit of a weird super. Still winnable for Urien, but a lot harder now. Got terrible screen placement, not a lot of meter. He's got to win legit. Oof.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Love that anti-air. It feels like you dodge a bullet every time you fucking Dudley low parries you and does stam roundhouse and it whiffs. What we just saw there. I have that a lot with Dudley too. I like poke him with low forward and he does like low parry, stam roundhouse. Low roundhouse, I mean the stam roundhouse misses. It's like fuck, that would have punished me by the frames. He was just out of range. And if it did punish me, I would have beaten like fucking, you know, 30-40%. Dudley's such a scary motherfucker. His burst damage is very high. That's like a big difference between Dudley and most characters. Dudley's got that aura burst damage.
Are you ready? Go.
God forbid you eat a low roundhouse in the corner, you just eat like 60% meterless. It's like oof. Thankfully you can react to low roundhouse, but you know, you still eat it every now and then. Wow, that fireball. He held it waiting for the jump, but the jump never happened. Dudley actually got hit by that metallic sphere. I suddenly envisioned F word saying metallic sphere. I've heard that a lot. A lot of European, I mean, a lot of particular English accents say sphere like saphir. Like it's like they add a syllable. Curious one. A metallic saphir.
Are you ready? Go.
Very nice. Tackle hit really late. Dudley probably parried a lot earlier than when it hit. Oh, oof! He ran into the mirror. That can easily happen. You've got to be really aware of which of your moves can move you into it. It's part of fighting. It's part of Urien matchup knowledge. That's the thing about Urien matchup knowledge that's so fun is because it's all very, like, specialized. Like, it's entirely based on you and Urien knowing which of your pokes can poke Urien through the mirror. And which of your pokes just move your hitbox into the mirror and get you hit. It's just something you have to be aware of, and the only way you can be aware of it is just by like playing the matchup. But it's very fun. Wow. Very nice, perfect.
All right, that's cool.
It felt like he didn't have a whole lot of. I mean, he got a lot of hits, but it felt like he never truly had like neutral control of that round. But he just never got hit. That throw looked like it went so far. Oh my god. Baffle. I don't think anyone says baffle. Ooh. I mix it up. Sometimes I say Bafale, sometimes I say Bafael. Even I'm inconsistent. Whichever one people say, I don't really care. It doesn't have a pronunciation. I mean, it doesn't have a correct pronunciation. It's just a made-up word.
Prepare to strike. Now.
You can say it however you want to say it. Ah. That was a decent super. Just to not have to hold the mix up. What a good jump.
Final round. Engage.
Oh, what a confirm. That's unsafe on block. If you don't super cancel, it's still unsafe on block. So, quite balls out to just do random ducking upper. It's okay to be a little bit balls out though. That was low parry and to walk into low parry. I love when I see people do like stuff like that. It's super aggressive. It can be very effective though. It's a very high level. It's a high level decision to use your parry and not cash out, but instead use it to get a mix on another parry, like to get a mix on a better parry, basically. A parry that you would be able to convert out of. Aura is all about that. That's like the mark of a truly good Aura player. Is they get a parry that doesn't convert to stand strong, and then they just use it to kind of push a mix on a parry that would convert to stand strong, because that's more valuable than any punish you can get. It's like, why would I parry and go for stand roundhouse? Doesn't matter if I land stand roundhouse. I only want to land fucking close strong. It sounds a little goofy, grimy, talking about how like your whole purpose should just be landing that move, but that's really top level Aura. Every character is just trying to do their most cheap bullshit. Yun's trying to just back up and do low strong until he gets Gene, and then trying to attack you in Gene at the top level. Nice. Always grimy bullshit is similar. Very nice parries. Yun cannot cancel his special moves in Gene. If you parry shoulder, there's nothing he can do except hold your punish. All shoulders are 2 parries. And Gene. You can parry both hits low or both hits high. Or low then high or whatever.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Dash punch is 3 parries. You rarely see dash punch though because it's unsafe on block. Or rather you see it in that context because you can space it to be safe like a spiral arrow in Gene. So it's often used as like a get in for free kind of thing. And it'll be safe on block but not safe on parry. Difficult for Yun to win now. Almost impossible. Yeah.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Oh. Oh, later. Chat's emptied out a little bit. It's been popping today though. A lot of people. This is what happens when I stream during the day, is people actually come in and say hi. Oh, the jump back. And what a punish on the jump back. Jump back parry is normally, jump back attack is normally so low risk. Holy shit, what a comeback. I would have put $10 on Yun winning that. If it was
Prepare to strike. Now.
1 to 10 payout. Or whatever however they say that. Ugh. I always feel like a dope when I eat that. It's like a legitimate use of that move is catching people who jump over you. Young can't really do it on reaction to a forward jump most of the time. But it's just kind of a nice side effect of that move is that it catches the jump overs. It's parryable, of course. Most people probably wouldn't parry though. But it feels like I really choked. I don't know how to say it. It feels like a mistake I made. Like if I eat like a Shadow anti-air low fierce, I don't feel like I made a mistake. Obviously I feel like I made the wrong read. It's like, oh, I guess I should have parried. But if I eat Yun towards fierce cross up hit, I'm like, ah, oh, fuck, I made a mistake. It's weird, it's hard to explain. I feel like an idiot. Instead of just feeling like I made a wrong guess.
Are you ready? Go.
Very nice parry and punish. Yun has that annoying issue that Kami often has, where if you drop his stuff, it's pretty bad on block. It makes him quite a hard character to play. Dash punch is hard to use well. Ah, he got all the wrong hits. Damn, that second, I think both of those dive kicks were minus, but he used the frames to just jump, and Dudley failed to challenge them. He had enough time to jump out of a throw, or maybe the range, enough range. Ghost medium kick activate. Oh, bit hard to punish. Probably possible. Love that. He got a lot of meter back. Damn, that's grimy. Did Dudley really not have a punish on the anti-air parry? Or the jump and parry on the palm? Jump back fierce is good. This is winnable for Dudley, but he's got to challenge this Gane. And he did not succeed. If he just held the Gane, probably a command grab would have killed him, I think. Maybe. Jump back fierce again. Ah. Very nice. I wonder if that was against teeny throw range or if he was just too early. it hit Yun midair, it only got one hit.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Left forward activate into shoulder. Dudley actually parried it. Second parry was free, reactable, and led to a full punish, but he missed it. Unfortunate. Super killed. He chose not to spend it. I understand, but kind of balls out. One thing that's kind of awkward is when you parry Yun's dash punch, if you hit him immediately, it's airborne. I don't have to care about that because every time I parry it, I just do close strong. And it doesn't matter if that hits an airborne opponent or not. In fact, Oro can actually get the mid-air chicken after parrying Yun's dash punch. He can get chicken to actually work on twins on Yun. But it is annoying for other characters because if you punish it too early, you hit mid-air and then you might not be ready for it. What the fuck is that frame? Neither of those supers were guaranteed. Looked like Yun's, like the first frame of Yun's throw or something. We saw it twice in a row.
Now, the battle. Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Low hit. Oh, oof. Aggressive parries, but they worked. Low hit, he might have had a link, but it was kind of far out too. I don't know if there's anything or not. It was crouching hit, low forward activate. I think you always have a combo. but I could be completely wrong. Oh, there it is. I parried it like a cross up. Got the drop, but got the salvage. Rose miss. You still get the benefits of tossing the rose even if it misses. Good Dudley round.
Now, battle.
Let's fight like gentlemen.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Really nice crosscut. Crosscuts are a little bit tighter than they are in later games, but they still work. Autocorrect also is tighter than in later games, but also works. That's like third strike in a nutshell. Stuff is a little bit harder to do, but it still works. Nice.
Are you ready? Go.
That super does such little damage. That was Yun health. Nice combo. Holy shit. You don't see that full conversion very often. I'm gonna grab the recovery of the dash. Yun's dash, 4 dash is very long and kind of long duration, so you can punish on a reaction pretty easily.
Go.
It does go really far though. Twins don't often move by dashing. I was gonna say though that super damage was so fucking low. Even on Yun health, it was so low. The super oftentimes in this matchup is used basically just for, I mean in any matchup, is used basically just for the hard knockdown it gives.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Very nice. Ugh, see that? Could have been worse. He only got thrown into the corner. They didn't have EX yet though, I think, so couldn't have been that much worse. Parrying during Gene is very balls out. That dash punch was really unsafe. That one as well, obviously. Gene point blank dash punch is punishable by throw for everyone, and occasionally by bigger things depending on your character.
Heat of battle. Go for it.
Throw is quite decent though because it runs out the Gene timer. Love that ender. Someone do the third strike. Pick any character you like. Do not let me tell you what character to play. Follow your heart. No character in third strike is truly beginner friendly. You'll grow into any character you play. That's the truth. Chun-Li is not beginner friendly. It's fairly easy to just do stuff like Stained Fierce. Or Back Fierce. Or Low Forward. But Low Forward Confirm is not easy for a beginner. And even once you have Low Forward Confirm, like you'll be a strong player just because that's that OP. But you'll still get pushed around if you don't know the matchups, especially before you get super. Chun-Li's not as much of a free win as we like to meme. Especially at low level. I don't really think Ken's beginner friendly either because of his SA3 stuff. Probably Ryu or Yang are the easiest characters in the game, but that's not saying much because they're not truly that easy. Chun-Li might be up there. Chun-Li's one of the easier characters. Nice. Most of Alex's stuff is not terribly hard, but making it work and winning is hard.
Gutter trash.
Final round. Go for it.
Wow. There's so much room for improvement. Hardest play, hardest starting is a different question from hardest to play, because Yun is really hard at the top level. And he's pretty hard at the low level, but I don't know if he's number 1. Playing Urien badly is pretty easy. Playing Urien at the top level is really hard. Hardest character starting? That's a hard question to answer. Maybe like 12. "12 isn't that executionally demanding at all. Well, every now and then he's got certain things that are executionally demanding. Accent to SA1 might be hard for a beginner. But winning with 12 would probably be, if you're a beginner, winning with 12 would be very abstract and hard to do.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Hardest one starting. I don't think it would be Hugo. Hugo's got some inputs that are a little weird for a new player, like 360. But there's a lot of stuff that's just fairly basic and easy. He's got a couple cursed Karas. You've got Kara SA2 stuff, that's cursed as hell. Blocking the super was actually the correct play there rather than parrying it, because parrying it wasted more Gene time. But he didn't get the punish. Wow. Very nice. Q is a fairly easy player to, character to understand at a low level. I think he was one of the easiest characters at a low level. Command grab into juggles, into any kind of juggle is not too bad. Recognizing simple taunt setups is very easy. Just doing random dash punches is not hard at all. You could be a decent Q player if you're a beginner. For a beginner, the easiest characters are probably the Shotos. But like the transition between a good Ken and a bad Ken and a good Ken is very awkward. It's a very sharp upturn in terms of difficulty. Very nice parry. Dudley's a pretty smooth uptick. He starts pretty easy and ends up really fucking hard, but like it's continuous. There's no moment it suddenly becomes hard. Each new tactic just requires you to be a better player. Hardest play at a low level is a really hard question to answer. Maybe like Ibuki or something. Low HP is usually bad for a low level player. Her combos, or her like movement is kind of technical. Lack of kind of super setups in the traditional sense. That might make it easier rather than harder. Aura's a bit hard for a beginner. Aura's one of the harder characters for a beginner, but he's not too hard at the top level. I think he's like, you know, he's like a little hard at the top level, but he's not that hard. Definitely not in the top 3 hardest characters in this game. I think that's safe. Who have I not thought of? Makoto is not terribly hard at the low level. She does have a couple hard things at the top level, but generally speaking, she's not terribly hard at all. Remy is pretty... Remy's really hard at the top level, but... not too bad at beginner level. Akuma's not too bad at beginner level, pretty hard at top level. Necro's not very bad at beginner or top level, unless you're doing like, you know, 6 down back fierces. He's actually usually not too demanding. Elena, not bad at low or high level, I think. I think that's everyone. Did I say Urien? Probably I didn't say Urien. Urien at low levels. You can just get people to block, tackle into super, and then just get the pressure. You don't have to do crazy unblockable stuff at low level. Sean, yeah, I guess Sean sucks at low level. Sean sucks at low or high level. Well, I don't know. If you're fighting other low level players and they don't know how to blow up Sean, then he's just another Shoto. Ryu is One of the easiest characters to play at low and high level. Very good for a beginner. But don't play him just because I said that. The most important thing is you play a character who's fun. What a conversion! That was great. That was great. Really nice by the Yun. That was still a punish. Against full screen presence is very good. That light dash punch. Alright. You guys have had enough of me. I'm gonna go. I wanna go get food. It's been fun. Later.